This message is for Gail King and Gail King only. So if you don't want to get your ass into, I suggest you move on. Gail King, do not do another damn interview. Please, for the love of God, do not get up there and embarrass the fuck out of black women again. You sat there and praised Jeff Bezos, a man that is partially responsible for putting Trump in office. You said this man was going to find a way to put trash in orbit. Ooh, big whoopty. Are we in fucking Star Trek? I could have sworn we are not in the next generation. Are we in Star Wars? We don't give a fuck what's going on out there. We got problems down here. You said that shit was supposed to be inspiring. It wasn't. It was boring. It was aggravating. You did something what rich people do all the time when they're bored. They go out of space or they go visit the damn Titanic. Whoop-de-doo. You know what you could have done? With those 5 women, y'all could have went to universities and asked students how they feel about their First Amendment rights being snatched. Hell, you could have talked to the military students and asked how they feel about books being taken off the shelves in their libraries and only white supremacy books sticking up there. You could have talked to veterans and asked them what we can do to advocate for you so you can get what you need from this country that you have given your life to. You could have asked people and asked small businesses how tariffs are affecting their lives. You could have read banned books to children that no longer have access to them. There is a plethora of things you could have done instead of taking your ass to space for 11 minutes. That was a joke, especially in the times that we are in right now. Black people's rights are about to be snatched from us. I think you forgot you were black. I forget when y'all get a certain amount of money, y'all are so out of touch with your own community. Maybe you need to leave 90210 and bring your ass to the middle class and see what the fuck we need. Because we didn't need you in space. You're so out of touch with us that you don't understand why we thought that shit was boring, aggravating, and unnecessary. Maybe you need to look a little bit deeper because that was not inspiring.
I don't like that people are calling it a ride. A ride, you know, you never see a male astronaut who's going up in space and they said, oh, he took a ride. We actually duplicated the route that Alan Shepard did. That's why it's called, this particular capsule is called the New Shepard. We duplicated that route. No one said he took that ride. Yeah. It's always referred to as a flight or a journey. So I feel that that's a little disrespectful to what the mission was and what the work that Blue Origin does. We use space technology all the time, whether it's your GPS, whether it's your satellite. That doesn't just happen. Every time a flight goes up, they get some type of information. 2 of the astronauts, I still have a hard time calling myself an astronaut, but 2 of the astronauts on board, one is a rocket scientist, one is an astrophysicist activist, we're actually doing experiments. But every time one of those goes up, you get some information that can be used for something else. So I wish people would do more due diligence. And then my question is, have y'all been to space? Have you been to space? Go to space or go to Blue Origin and see what they do and how they do, and then come back and say, this is a terrible thing. I've had so many girls and women and some guys who are saying, whoa, I saw what you did. I'm thinking maybe I should reconsider. Maybe I could do this too. The young girls in particular. But it's not just the young girls. We're also encouraging, I mean, the boys look at it and see what women and young girls can do. Yeah. So, I know there are cranky Yankees. I know there's some haters. But I'm not going to let people steal my joy and steal the joy of what we did or what we accomplished that day. I'm just not going to let it in. I'm not. And these are some of my friends that are just throwing shade.
A few moments later.
I feel super connected to love. So connected to love. I think this experience has shown me you never know how much love is inside of you, like how much love you have to give and how loved you are until the day you launch.
Went to space for 11 minutes. This is America's goddamn problem, and that's why the other countries be laughing at us. Land of the free and the home of the fuck out of here, because I thought these women were staying up there for at least a month. 11 minutes? How much that cost? The kids been starving. The homelessness is insane. Everybody don't even qualify for food stamps no more. The eggs... The footage don't even look real. It looked like it came from a motion picture from the 70s. What are we supposed to do with this information on this Monday morning? Like, did Jeff Bezos send his wife for collateral just to prove that ain't nothing going to happen to them, or he don't care about her either? We really couldn't have allocated that money to decrease the egg prices? I need a scientist to make a TikTok right now to really give us the tea of if you could really get to space in 11 minutes, because I call bullshit. Hey, Jeffrey, you want to do us all a favor and send Trump and Elon up there next? Please and thank you.
Join me as I dive into Gail King's recent comeback and see if I can defend her against those she considers the haters. Gail King, a renowned journalist, has been making headlines lately with her recent space journey, and her return has sparked quite a bit of controversy. She is not alone either. The people think Katy Perry kissing the ground upon her return was super performative. I won't mention the conspiracies surround the trip. I'll just let them tell you. Gail has received a lot of negative reactions from the public and media, with many criticizing her decision to go to space. People have been expressing their disappointment and frustration on social media, calling her out for what they perceive as a reckless and selfish move. The media has also been quick to jump on the bandwagon, with many outlets publishing scathing articles and opinion pieces about Gail's space journey. Some have even gone so far as to question her journalistic integrity, suggesting that her decision to go to space was a publicity stunt. Many of her fans have been left feeling let down and confused by her actions, and it's clear that Gail's space journey has been a highly polarizing topic. The backlash against Gail has been so intense that it's started to affect her personal and professional life, with some of her colleagues and friends distancing themselves from her.
Gail King, fuck you. Talking about you're upset about how people aren't feeling this as a girl power moment or whatever. Listen, lady, on my birthday, they took away women's rights to their bodies to get an abortion. That was taken away. And you think I care about you and whoever going to outer space? I only knew you, Gail, and Katy Perry. Everybody else, I don't know who the fuck they are. You got women who are losing their right to vote, women who are now probably can't get jobs due to the DEI and all that. Like, lady, please miss me with the bullshit. Please miss me with the bullshit. Like, y'all, oh my God, you rich enough to go to the moon, outer space, wherever you went. Meanwhile, I'm over here counting pennies to try to get my son a crash pad for his sensory needs. I don't care about you and whoever going to outer space for 2 minutes. Don't care.
Get that and understand that we weren't just taking up space, we were making space.
Just when you thought that Katy Perry was the most insufferable of the 6 women that went to space, Gail King said, bitch, hold my beer. The whole interview with Extra was bad, but I'm just going to show you like my favorite parts.
I don't like that people are calling it a ride. A ride, you never see a male astronaut who's going up in space and they said, oh, he took a ride.
Like, this has nothing to do with feminism. Like, don't try to make it about feminism. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're women. It has to do with the fact that you guys took a ride. You didn't actually do anything. The flight to space was all remote. You didn't push any buttons or move any levers. You took a ride. If I get on a roller coaster, I say I took a ride on a roller coaster. I don't say I operated a roller coaster. I didn't operate it. I just got on. Which is exactly what you did, Gail.
We actually duplicated the route that Alan Shepard did.
If I got into a self-driving car that was called the Mario Andretti 2 and I did a couple laps around the fucking Indy 500, that doesn't mean that I am a race car driver.
All right, Gail King, your ass over here playing with NASA talking about going to space. You gonna take your ass straight to your last name. You better sit your motherfucking ass down and just be black. We understand you got money and you want to do experience. I'm scared myself. I don't want... Sit down. You don't have to do it. And poor little Oprah. I know Oprah just over there going through it. Her friend is over there. I don't know what the fuck then got into her friend head. It's either one or two things. Oprah pissed off or Oprah happy because she behind it because she don't want their little relationship to get out because, they been bumping boxes. Hey, look, Gail, sit your motherfucking ass down, man. Sit down. Somebody call Tyler Perry, somebody build a damn outer space simulator, a stimulator or something. Let her go and play on Earth like she going to space or something. Yeah, you don't need to do that. What is it? I guess this ain't my problem. I guess this rich bitch problems. Cause I don't know. I ain't no way in hell I'll just be scared for my life because I'm doing something I'm supposed to be doing. Gail. Shit, I'm gonna go ahead and get me a couple shirts made with her face on it then, just in case.
I'm happy for you. And who's paying for this? Because Lord knows we ain't got it. I know you may got it. It's like you're not in reality. You are on the other side of the fence and we are on the other. And that's why you cannot relate to what we are saying. Because this isn't progress for whatever is going on in the United States. as of right now. This didn't help the stock market. This didn't help Mr. Garcia that's in El Salvador. That didn't help. I could have maybe, if you would have used your platform to speak about free Mr. Garcia, I'm not going to butcher his name, to put awareness of politics, put it out there in the full front. You had the mic and you fumbled it. That is what I'm talking about. But you get mad at us for calling you out because you said you're an astronaut. When's your next mission? And then got the nerve to cop an attitude with us. And then with the political move right now, why would Jeff set this up right now? Why? Who cares? Okay, y'all up there, what else happened? Nothing. Y'all come back down and live y'all merry life. Y'all rich merry life. Just to get over a fear. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Gail. Thanks for showing up. And we're not even going to get on Katy Perry. No, we not. This was such a waste of resources. And I'm very happy I didn't even watch it. I was at work, working for a living, 9 to 5, fighting traffic, dealing with that. While y'all are up there on a Monday morning when we can barely get out the damn bed, fight traffic, clock the hell in, and then try to get the hell home safely. That's what we were doing as United States citizens up in here. Thanks, Gail, for 11 minutes. Just remember that. 11 minutes of your life to look at the horizon. 11 minutes.
By speaking out and standing up for herself, Gail is sending a powerful message that she will not be silenced or intimidated by her critics. Her determination to stay true to herself and pursue her passions, even in the face of adversity, is a testament to her strength and character. Gail's journey, from her space journey to her response to the backlash, is a fascinating and complex one, full of twists and turns. It's a reminder that even the most public of figures are still human beings, with their own strengths and weaknesses, and that they deserve our support and understanding. Join the conversation in the comments below, and let me know what you think about Gail's recent comeback. And don't forget to check out my other video where I discuss other public figures who have faced similar challenges.
I'm more proud of him than I am of Gail today because it is the true definition of courage. Courage, you can't have courage without having some fear, some hesitation, some reluctance. This girl was terrified. She was terrified. I know how terrified she's been because I've been hearing it since October. And so...
Hold on. I'm trying to see what Gail saw. What Gail and them saw on that spaceship. Hold on. Don't say nothing. I'm trying to see, because, you know, the time ain't timing. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me Gail did all that crying and looking sad on TV and put all that fear out there to go in space for 11 minutes and come back, get down on her knees, kiss the ground, pick some dirt up, and just throw it back off? What space they go to? Is it a shortcut? You know, we just want to know. Y'all know we ain't gonna believe y'all until somebody on the low side, y'all send them up there and they say, yeah, it's real. Come on, y'all. Y'all know this a lot. Where Gail go? Y'all know that wasn't nothing but a plane ride. That was just a plane ride and came on back. 11 minutes. What she see? I bet Gail can't even remember what she saw. 11 minutes, baby. I wasn't gonna remember. I was gonna keep my mind on one thing, because anything else I was gonna lose that one thing. Y'all better stop lying to us, America. What Gail? Oprah did that crying and everything. All them people standing out there looking like y'all finna be gone for a while. Oh, y'all better stop. Y'all been not buying to this. Don't buy into this channel.
Gail,
already know.
Gail King, let me tell you something. I'm so sorry that you are disappointed by the reaction that y'all got for the women, all-woman flight going to space. And you're going to sit here and talk about some Jeff Bezos has great ideas to try to put the waste here on Earth in space. That's a terrible idea. Y'all ain't learned nothing from movies. What do you think's going to happen if we start dumping human waste into space? It's going to be the same thing that we're doing here to our own planet, except we're going to be doing it to the entirety of our space. You don't see how that can be catastrophic. Not only do humans fuck up everything they touch, we leave behind a disastrous trail that does away with any natural existence of anything that came before us and will be here after us. And we ruin it because because capitalism. Here's the thing. You have to understand that people here on Earth don't give two flying fucks about taking a little tripsy for 11 minutes to go to space. Tell me how y'all going to space, 6 women, Miss Katy Perry, going to space for 11 minutes helped the common people here on Earth that cannot afford to live. We cannot afford to eat. And y'all sitting there going to space for funsies. Because I don't think that the mass population, the common people here in America, if y'all decide to make space tourism a thing because it somehow helps the Earth, are we going to be able to afford that? Unless y'all plan on moving us as a civilization, the people who can't afford shit, to space for free, which I really don't see America doing, especially not under Trump, then I don't know what you're trying to say that you're disappointed for. What else did you think we were going to say? Ooh, ah, wow, ooh, cool, that's great, I'm so jealous, wow. Nobody cares. We're trying to figure out how we're going to pay next month's rent. We're trying to figure out how we're going to afford food to eat. We're trying to figure out how we're going to make it day to day. Most of us are worried about if we're going to either have businesses tomorrow, if we're going to have jobs tomorrow, if we're not going to be deported the next day, or have loved ones who are going to be deported and never heard or seen again, and how we're going to get our next shopping carts full of food so we can eat, so we don't die. We ain't worried about 6 women going to space. Like, read the room. Or should I say, read the planet.
I want you to watch the hatch door open from the inside. The lady runs over there real quick, says, no, 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 shuts the door back, tries to stand in front of it.
See, I really resent that people are calling it a ride. We duplicated the trajectory of Alan Shepard's flight back in the day.
Gail, it was a ride. And who cares if you replicated Alan Shepard's trajectory? You accomplished nothing new.
Space, why are we spending money on space when we have so much to do here? Space exploration is not an either or, it's a both and. And because you're doing something in space doesn't mean you're taking anything away from what's happening on Earth. And so once you educate yourself...
Educate ourselves. First of all, what did you explore? You explored nothing. And second, you technically didn't even make it out to space.
We duplicated the trajectory of Alan Shepard's flight back in the day. No one called that a ride. A ride sounds frivolous. It sounds insignificant.
Like I said before, no one cares that you replicated Alan Shepard's trajectory. It was frivolous. No one called Alan Shepard's a ride because it was the first of its kind. It's never been done. Replicating what he did, it was totally frivolous and accomplished nothing. What exactly did you accomplish while you were up there for 10 minutes?
The message that it sends to young women and young girls. I've had so many people, no exaggeration, reach out to me and say, because you did it, it makes me think I can do it too.
Oh my goodness.
Young women and young girls and even some men. It makes you think what is possible. The more people, listen, everybody's trying, I know it's expensive.
Exactly, it's expensive. None of us have that kind of money and you think it's attainable? I don't think you realize that was wealth flaunting.
So, I say, have you been to space?
Gail, you are really out of touch. No, Gail, none of us have been to space because number 1, we're not all astronauts. And number 2, we don't have that level of wealth. And technically, you haven't been either. Girl, touch grass.
Oh, Gail King is upset that no one believes the BS of they went into space. You did not go into space. From takeoff to land, it was 11 minutes. They were absolutely not in space. They went to weightlessness. Huge difference. Many of their celebrity friends are even calling BS. And it's not just right wing that doesn't believe they went. Part of the left doesn't believe that crap either. This was a publicity stunt for Blue Origin. They screwed up when they tried to open the door from the inside. People literally seen that. It happened. This is just another example of trying to sell the American people anything. It's so funny. It was literally a brief, zero-gravity experience. You went into weightlessness. Why are you trying to lie to the American people? Actually, you're trying to lie to the entire world.
Gail's disappointed that the women didn't feel inspired enough, and they felt that it was a waste that they went up in the sky to play rocket for 11 minutes. This is the part where I'm like, okay, where are all the cameras? But the thing is that they're everywhere, right? Because this is a publicity stunt. What are we supposed to be inspired by? A billionaire wasting money because it was an all-woman crew. And then she follows up with, Jeff Bezos is doing a lot of good for the world, and he wants to do a lot of good for space too. Yeah, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. Gail King, best friends with Oprah Winfrey. I'm sure he does. Oh my God, these people really live in their own bubble. Like, truly, they couldn't last a day. They couldn't last a day in our shoes out here in the trenches. Nah, they couldn't do it.
This video is for Gail King and Gail King only. Hello, ma'am. So apparently you are upset at the masses because we're not viewing your excursion to space as the women's empowerment, girl power moment that you see it as. And to that, all I have to say is it's really hard for me to view you spending 2 minutes and 43 seconds in space as a girl power moment when I'm simultaneously watching married women lose their right to vote. Right? It's really hard for me to watch and feel, girl boss up, watching you spend 1 minute and 45 seconds in space when I'm simultaneously watching women die due to a lack of reproductive health care access, right? It's really hard for me to feel empowered as a woman watching you spend 52 seconds in space when I am simultaneously watching women lose their jobs due to the erasure of DEI, including women astronauts. Okay? So you'll have to excuse me if you spending 15 seconds in space doesn't inspire me as a woman, because we have bigger fish to fry. Thank you.
No, Gail, we haven't been to space. That was an interesting question you threw at us. Did you go to space? Have you been to space? We never claimed to go. Did you? And Katie, you do not, I repeat, you do not put the S in astronauts. You put the ass in astronauts. What the hell is wrong with you guys? How the hell did you expect normal people that you presented that question to, Gail, so righteously, may I add? Have you been to space? You don't want our opinions because we don't have the wealth you have. Our best friends are normal people, not billionaire Oprah. Did Oprah pay for your seat? Did Good Morning America pay for your seat? Don't ask us where we went. We've been sitting here trying to figure out how to survive on Earth. And now you're talking about they're going to start sending our trash to pollute outer space. You've been screaming we need to keep our damn planet clean. Now you're promoting polluting outer space. Y'all have lost touch with reality. Welcome back to Earth, ladies. It's calm here. The hell?
We don't give a fuck what these millionaires and billionaires are doing in their spare time. Right now, the fact that we're promoting going to space for 9-11 minutes, wasting resources to send niggas to space for 9 to 11 minutes. And one of the people, Jeff Bezos, funneling money for Trump. To me, that's them laughing in our face. I don't care what you think. That's them laughing in our face. The fact that this is content, it's supposed to be entertaining. Ain't shit funny right now. Ain't shit entertaining right now. Okay, if I want to relax, I'll go watch Netflix. But the fact that they're promoting this and going around talking about it while the country is burning, lets you know they have never given a fuck. Not a single fuck. So no one cares. No one gives.
By speaking out and standing up for herself, Gail is sending a powerful message that she will not be silenced or intimidated by her critics. However, it seems she missed the mark and did not read the room. People are under constant pressure, and they are really worried about the state of the world to really care about rich women going on a trip just to say they went. For her to have these feelings because the moment that she considers special did not go viral is, as they said, out of touch. The people see the trip for what it was, advertisement for Blue Origin. Gail's journey, from her space journey to her response to the backlash, is a fascinating and complex one, full of twists and turns. It's a reminder that even the most public of figures are still human beings, with their own strengths and weaknesses. I'm sure we have not heard the last on this story. Join the conversation in the comments below, and let me know what you think about Gail's recent comeback. And don't forget to check out my other video where I discuss other public figures who have faced similar challenges.